we are live here on YouTube for the NASCAR Truck Series TSport 200 here from the Indianapolis Raceway Park. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know I certainly am. If you guys are excited, hit the like button and subscribe for more. We've been streaming these races all season long, and we've got a busy triple header weekend here ahead of us before we head to the 2-week Olympic break. Again, there will still be videos. I do have some videos planned for the Olympic break, so don't worry, it won't be complete radio silence for 2 weeks from me. But, yep, so we are getting ready and set for this one. Hopefully everybody's enjoying it. And yeah, we're actually starting on time, which is pretty impressive, because normally that has not been the case this year. To actually be starting on time. But, yeah, we are right here and ready. Alright, there we go. All settled in and ready for this one. So, Corey Heim's starting from the 9th position. I was expecting some of those fast guys to qualify right up front again. Corey Heim, Christian Eckes. I kind of expected those two might end up qualifying 1-2, but ultimately, Raja Caruth sitting on the pole for tonight's race. By a slim margin of only about .017 was the margin of victory for the pole between him and Grant Enfinger on that front row. So it is going to be a fun race to watch and see how those two drive into turn 1 and how they deal with each other on the long run as we get into this race. So, went and put out a pre-race poll because I actually had time and was actually prepared for the stream. So, which of the two IndyCar drivers do you guys think will have the better run tonight? Put Connor Daly and Marco Andretti on the poll. As far as I know, those are the only two IndyCar and or former IndyCar drivers in the field tonight. I was going to do it as part-timers, but I was like, there's a lot of part-timers. I can at least definitively make it a head-to-head between the two IndyCar guys. But, yeah, so we are set and ready for this one. Everything should be all set up and going. We are good. Audio appears to be getting recorded, no problem. And we are good to go. Welcome everybody into the live stream. Hopefully everybody is having a good time. We got 3 people hanging out in chat. Hopefully everybody is filtering in. As I said, they're going through pre-race ceremonies right now. The ARCA race that happened earlier today, I did get a chance to look at that watch that while I was prepping for the stream for tonight. So, yeah, Connor Zilic really impressed with a big effort final restart there. Ultimately powers his way around him on all the final restarts there, but especially that last one. Italy out ahead, and even the number 18 of William Sawalich ended up under attack from the number 6 car. I don't remember if he actually got the job done and the 18 dropped to 3rd, but regardless, those two fighting during an overtime 2-lap restart gave Zilic all the room he could ever want, and Zilic was able to bring it home and put it in victory lane for the 3rd time out of the last 3 races that he was in. Obviously, Zilic not a full-time ARCA participant as he is busy in the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Series, but he is still making some NASCAR starts. He is actually one of about 5 drivers under contract with Trackhouse, in particular with development deals. And he is going to be bidding for one of those seats at Trackhouse Racing here in the near future in the NASCAR Cup Series. But, yeah, so we are just chilling here. Hopefully everybody is having a good time. We got 4 people hanging out in chat now. National Anthem is done. They got the camera over there on Chase Purdy. And, yeah, looks like they're probably going to be going to a commercial break while they going on the drivers climbing the trucks. Honestly, for my race win pick, because that's probably what I'm going to end up talking about next. I mean, again, I am very much, I think it's a bit of a track position race. I think it'll come down to whether Corey Heim or Eckes is able to get to that track position first. I don't think Rajah Caruth is going to have the car to ultimately hold off for the entire race. Could see an Infinger win. I'd be a little shocked if Ankrum wins, although I wouldn't rule it out. But I think the most likely option would be Eckes getting his way through the field, and then those 3 Chevys at the front of the field working well with him all the way up until the end of the race. And that will ultimately make this a bit of an easier contest here for someone like Christian Eckes compared to Corey Heim, whose only Toyota teammate starting inside that top 10 is Stuart Friesen in the 8th position, who isn't even really. I mean, he drives a Toyota, but he has never really been the most dedicated Toyota driver or Toyota teammate there. Alright, so there we go. So they're showing off some of the some of the restarts of old here. Just watching some of these 3, 4, and even sometimes 5 wide moves that just don't always pay off for everybody. Usually somebody's getting the short end of the stick. And yep, no, right into the fence goes that number 17 truck there, and that was Haley Deegan at that point. Alright, well, how is everybody doing tonight? And let me know who you guys think is going to actually win the race here tonight, because I don't think... My guess would be that nobody has Andretti or Daly winning the race. Although maybe somebody does. Andretti and Daly, they're experienced race car drivers. Problem is, they are not experienced. They are not nearly as experienced when it comes to the world of NASCAR. Although I would argue that Marco Andretti did get a SRX championship back during the short lifespan of the Tony Stewart and his superstar racing experience that he had with those pro drivers in essentially late model stock cars. As far as I know, Connor Daly doesn't have any championship level success to that same caliber, so obviously every bit of experience counts. But I also think winning experience matters too, which is why I think series regulars here, especially series regulars with track position, is going to be hard to argue that anybody else would beat them. So there we go. We are introed, we got that all started up, and yeah, we're just chilling here. Hopefully everybody is having a good time. So yeah, we're just getting ready here for a nice NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race. Gonna go ahead and claim my NASCAR fan reward points. Let's see, there we go, got those points. Gonna go check the dashboard, see if there's a question yet. Oh, here we go. First race, the last Brickyard 400 was 2020. There we go, we got that answer right. Alright, there we go, we got that all set, got my points. And yeah, we were just cruising towards this, towards 7,000 points here. Hey, 23XI, how's it going? Alright, well, NASCAR is at commercial break, so we are just kind of chilling out here, hanging out. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. It is it's already 8:30 at night, which means hopefully this race will not be a long one. I'm expecting it'll probably be about an hour and a half, 2 hours, but we'll have to wait and see, because obviously you got the 2 guaranteed cautions at the stages, and truck races are notoriously a little on the sloppy side, so we'll have to wait and see if all prevails beforehand. Alright. Let's say, looks like, yep, Andretti is definitely the favorite of the two open wheel cars, although it's actually a pretty close poll. So, let's say, the pre-race poll there. I figure I might start trying to implement the pre-race polls, especially if you guys appreciate them and enjoy them. When and if I'm actually ahead of schedule with getting everything set up for the races. And if I can think of something clever to do. Because I actually quite like the pre-race poll. It goes and it helps me know roughly how many people are already engaged and potentially going to be here throughout the event, obviously. Still more people to come, I'm sure. But at least gives me a rough idea as to the amount of people to expect. So, there we go. And, the Truck Series, talking about their short tracks, they are, after tonight, they are halfway done the short tracks. Corey Heim and Christian Eckes have won both of the earlier ones, with Eckes winning Bristol and Martinsville. Corey Heim winning at North Wilkesboro stopped Christian Eckes from getting the clean sweep of short tracks this year. But that allows it to now be, they've got 4 races left in the 4 short tracks left. Question is, who's going to win the majority of them? I'm picking Eckes for the win here tonight. Certainly that makes me feel a little bit better that he's won 2 out of 3 short tracks already this year. Did not know that stat, but there we go. And wow, now it's a complete 50-50 between Daly and Andretti. And there we go. Drivers starting the engines up, and we are going to be getting ready to go racing. So here we go. Rajah Caruth and Infinger will lead it from the front of the field. I am curious to see what those 2 ThorSport cars of Ty Majeski and Matt Crafton can do. Obviously, Crafton, it feels like hasn't won a race in a while, so potentially could he be due for a race win? And I say Majeski's been has been basically the second best ThorSport driver for the last couple of years. Just been sitting shotgun to his championship teammate Ben Rhodes. Just waiting for a chance for him to emerge, and maybe today's the day. Then you've got some more underdog stories in that top 10. You got Tyler Ankrum, as mentioned earlier, starting in the 3rd position. Teammate to Christian Eckes, but hasn't found any of that level of success aside from his rookie year. And then you've got Daniel Dye driving that number 43 car. Managed to get it into some good track position. Maybe we'll end up seeing that prevail later tonight, but I am curious to see how it ends up going. Alright, gonna get myself a second leaderboard so I can actually scroll more than just the top 10. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we got Nick Sanchez starting in the 11th position. Sammy Smith driving the number 7 car here tonight. Chastain in the 45. Luke Fenhaus in the 66th. He will be starting in the 14th position. Pretty good qualifying effort for him. Let's see. What else do we got? William Sawalich, who just had a pretty good run in the ARCA race a little bit ago. He will be rolling off from the 26th position, pretty deep in the field. Then you've got guys like Johnny Sauter, who was a real threat for championships almost every year back about 6, 7, 8 years ago now. Then you've got Marco Andretti starting in the 29th position, starting a little bit ahead of Connor Daly, who opted not to qualify, but ultimately, because the field was small, Connor Daly was able to get in the field anyway. Connor Daly will roll off from that 35th position, and for those of you guys keeping count, that is dead last on the field tonight. Alright, and we are set up and ready for this one. Hopefully everybody is enjoying themselves. As I say, Daniel Dye has still never won a race, although last time the trucks were out, not the last time the trucks were out, but a couple weeks ago when the trucks were out at Nashville, Daniel Dye was able to pull home a second place finish, which obviously could speak well to maybe being able to be on some kind of hot streak here. It's his best career finish to this point, if I'm not mistaken. And there we go. We are all introed and ready for this one. Alright, so they're talking about, yep, they're showing off the top two guys. You got Eckes, you got Corey Heim, two most consistent drivers all season. They've combined for over 1,000 laps led. They're first and second in the points with an average finish of 6.5 and an average finish of 7, respectively. And yeah, it is a very stacked, again, it's a very stacked field here tonight. Trucks are always pretty good. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is this the final race before playoffs, or do they have one more? I think Richmond next week, let's see. Richmond next week is the final cutoff race, so, or I say Richmond next week. Richmond in about 2 weeks, yeah, will be the cutoff race there. So there we go. The field is getting doubled up and ready to go racing. Hopefully you guys are excited and along for the ride here. Marco Andretti taking a lead here as I'm about to go and end the pre-race poll as the race is about to begin. And here we go. Let's see. Matt Crafton, 3 wins on short tracks. 119 races run. It is a very, it's a very accomplished career for Matt Crafton. I'm just curious again as to if he still has that ability to go out there and win on a consistent basis. And if so, what's been getting in the way, and more importantly, have you taken care of that? But yeah, so Daniel Dye, after the last 2 weeks, has absolutely climbed his way from about 35 points out to now he's actually in the playoffs by 1 point after last week's race at Pocono. Alright, there we go. Lights are still on the pace cars, which means we're probably going around at least one more time. Alright. So again, it looks like Rajah Caruth has settled into that outside lane here for the restart. Curious to see how that ends up playing out for him. Again, everybody doubled up nice and easily already. Here we go. Looks like the lights should be coming off on the pace truck this time by. Let's see. We're going to have to wait and see, I guess, because they're going to show all the cars coming across the start-finish line. Alright, let's see. So there we go. Now they're showing the Rajah Caruth talking with his teammate for that race, Kyle Busch, and obviously we know the result was Rajah Caruth going to his first and so far only career Truck Series win. Have to wait and see if he ends up finding another one along the way. Go. And we are ready for a race. Alright, they are still pacing it. I thought they'd be going green by now at this point. There we go. Lights are off in the pace car. There'll be green flag at the line this time. Let's go. Alright, let's see. And there we go. Pace truck is pulling off, leaving the field in the hands of the 71 and the number 9 trucks on that front row. Infinger and Caruth as they head past the setting sun here in the west. Through turn 4 and off the final corner. Should be looking for the green flag here soon. And it will be green, green, green. Green flag's out there. Racing here at the Indianapolis Raceway Park. Drivers popping out of line already early on, trying to make their statement. Alright, let's see. Again, right now, there we go. Infinger able to take the lead from that bottom line. I've questioned the move to stick to the outside, but I guess maybe Caruth thought that Infinger would be easier to get the jump on than I guess what he actually was. But here we go. Rajah Cruz settling in again to that third position here. He's got the 19 at Eckes. As I mentioned, the 19 at Eckes already made his way through the field of Fords and Toyotas for the to move up there for the Chevys. And now he's the third highest Chevy driver right now. Let's see again. Right now we're just chilling out here. 3 laps in, 4 laps in. And let's see. Are we actually getting the lap counts updated? Definitely seems like we're behind on the lap counts. Alright, let's see. So yeah, again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. During the first commercial break, I will probably end up having to go use the bathroom, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now, there's Eckes trying to take the spot from... Let's see again. Right now we're just working our way through this one. Gonna go ahead and skip some ads for you guys. But yeah, there's Eckes. Right to the top of the board goes Christian Eckes. He's moved his way all the way up to first place as he goes around Ankrum and Caruth there. And again, as I mentioned, those Chevys at the front of the field. Oh, never mind. Sorry. I guess the scoring pylon wasn't up to date. So, Caruth is still, Alright, let's see again. Right now, we're just waiting this one out. 8 laps in. And, yeah, right now, Infinger and Majeski are settled into those top 2 spots. Eckes, looking to try and settle this right now with his teammate, who is currently dogging him for that 4th position here between Ankrum and, dogging him for the 3rd position between Ankrum and Eckes here. Eckes currently holds the 3rd spot. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling our way around here. We got Ankrum having one of his best runs of his season. Luke Fenhouse up into the top 10. There we go. That's something to note of. Alright, there we go. They say they're just working their way through this one. Again, everybody trying to settle into a spot here, and then some of them then from there deciding whether or not they want to what they want to do from there. But there we go. There's the Bill McAnally drivers. I did not realize the 43 in Daniel Dye was part of Bill McAnally. I just assumed that that was a different team. Oh, man, I am definitely a bit on the tired side. Here we go. 4 wide for Luke Fenhouse there. Luke Fenhouse on the bottom of Nick Sanchez and 2 other drivers. Not sure who the others were in that mess, but man, was that a cluster there. Alright, let's see again. Right now we're working our way through this one. So yeah, Sanchez, Ross Chastain making his way all the way up into the top 12 already. Alright, let's see. Where are the 2 IndyCar drivers? Alright, there we go. Going to the first commercial break. I'm going to go ahead and throw a commercial break myself, and I'm going to use the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys. back from commercial break. Sorry about that. And yeah, we got ourselves, again, just kind of a battle in traffic here as Majeski and Infinger have already caught the back of the field. I guess that's the benefit of a short field, is that it did take a little longer than usual to get to the back of the field, but these two drivers have started to gap the others as they have entered lap traffic. About a 3-second gap between Majeski and Ankrum, second to third place. And here we go. We are settling in here. Hopefully everybody is having a good time. Alright. And there we go. We got Caruth back, has dropped all the way to the 5th position. Fenhouse, we saw him jumping up into the top 10 just before the commercial break. Dean Thompson now pops his head up into the top 10 here for a minute. Yeah, he and Daniel Dye seem to be going back and forth. Sanchez, Sammy Smith hanging out just outside that top 10. Some guys like Ben Rhodes is a pretty surprising one to see that he is struggling as much as he has been around here. And honestly, if there was one driver I would expect to really excel in this field, it would really be Lane Riggs. I mean, this is kind of Lane Riggs' style of race, and he's not doing bad. He's about 14th place, but it's just kind of one of those things that you would normally expect to see him potentially up inside that top 10, top 5 with a truck that has, as of recently, been a championship contender here. So here we go, watching this battle between Daniel Dye and Dean Thompson, currently dueling it out here for the 10th position. Thompson ends up getting the spot, and now Dean Thompson's able to go and attack the lap cars without having to battle with Daniel Dye side by side, which is great for him. And now those two can potentially start to work on trying to close in on Fenhouse and the other drivers ahead of them. Again, Corey Heim and Stuart Friesen, I was worried that they might not be able to climb to the field the same way Eckes did. And so far, Heim's only gained 1 spot since the drop of the green flag. Eckes has been able to move himself all the way from 6th place all the way up to 4th. He's been able to gain 2 of those spots. And more importantly, he's been able to get himself into a position that on a restart, he has a teammate and then 2 other drivers between himself and potentially the lead. 30 laps down, 30 to go here in Stage 1, and we are just chilling here. We got Sawalich versus Ben Rhodes battling it out for position back in the mid-20s, it looks like, on position. Actually, that battle's for 22nd, so a little bit higher up in the 20s than I thought, but still. And there we go. Ankrum just a little bit behind the speed of the leaders right now. And, right now, about a 3-second gap between them, but Majeski and Infinger, this is the battle I want to see. Come on, someone, put the Majeski versus Infinger battle on screen, please, because Majeski is absolutely crushing it right now. There we go, side by side for the lead. Majeski's going to keep it close, off the corner. Can Majeski take the lead? Off the corner? No, it's going to be Infinger powering around on the outside, but man, Majeski did everything but wreck him there to try and take that spot. I think Majeski there is showing some real fight, and I think that right there is enough to potentially convince me that these two drivers would put on a pretty good show, both for a stage win or, more importantly, if we can get these two drivers to end up near each other near the end of the race, which I'm sure both drivers would love, I think it'd be a very interesting finish there as Stuart Friesen finally finds a way around Matt Crafton. There we go. Now they're on commercial break, so we get a chance to just hang out and chat. How's everybody doing? Still got 3 people hanging out in the chat. But, so far, though, Infinger and Majeski are putting on a pretty good battle. I would not, again, sometimes there's matches where it's like, I just don't want to see this matchup for the lead, but ultimately, I'm not actually too disappointed with how this matchup is looking right now. And obviously, if you got a second or if you got another driver or two involved in this match. I think it could be an absolutely excellent matchup here. Alright, let's see. And right now we're just chilling out. Again, hopefully everybody is having a good time. Just over halfway through stage 1. Corey Hyman has still not found his way around Matt Crafton, which is a little bit concerning because, again, I would have assumed that he would be on... I would have just assumed that Hyman would have gone and made some of these passes already at this point. Assuming that... assuming that they were actually able to run this one. Oh, man. Yep, definitely tired, but we should have a pretty good race going. Again, it's a 60-lap first stage, so we'll be a little over a quarter of the way in when stage 1 comes to its conclusion. As I say, I don't think there's any drivers fantasizing about potentially making a stop there. Let's see, it looks like the Infinger versus Majeski battle appears to have died down here during the caution, or not caution, but during the commercial break. Yep, there we go. They have gotten it down to a single file run. The 9 Infinger starting to put a little bit of air between himself and Majeski, but one wrong move by Infinger and Majeski will be all over him, waiting for that next mistake. Alright, so 20 laps to go here. They're working their way through this one pretty effectively here. The race doesn't feel like it's dragging too much. There we go. Dean Thompson making a pass on Luke Fenhouse there for the 9th position there. Sammy Smith knocking on the door of the top 10 here in 11th. He's been running pretty well most of the run. Let's see again. Right now, they're working their way around this one pretty well. Again, just kind of waiting to see if they end up turning up the intensity, and if so, when and who starts doing it. Because, right now, William Sawalich versus Ben Rhodes, while those two could very well get to racing pretty intensely. And, oh, caution's out! We have a caution flag on the racetrack. What's the caution for? Oh, Ty Dillon with a tire down. The 0-2 as well with contact and a tire down as well. And let's see. Yep, that's Mason Massey and Ty Dillon both with tires down here. Alright, let's see. Again, 17 laps to go. We got the caution flag here, which is going to be a great chance. Let's see. We'll go ahead and throw a quick poll up here for the caution flag. Alright, here we go. Alright, there we go. Only gonna put down 3 options. Figure that'll make for a little bit more conversation, especially where I think that for the most part the conversation is gonna be between 2 drivers for this stage win. Assuming that there's no pit stops here, and speaking of pit stops, I did go and throw water in the fridge, so I'm gonna go ahead and check on that, and I will be right back, guys. But mid-race poll is up. not quite cold enough, so we're going to leave that in there till the end of the stage, and then we'll go ahead and check on it. And is Timmy Hill really about to be the leader of the race? And I didn't stay to watch the caution flag. I just assumed there weren't going to be pit stops, but no, actually everybody did come to pit road. Okay. I stand corrected. Drivers did come to pit road. I would presume 4 tires at that point. Alright, well, here we go. We're now 20 minutes into this race. We've gone 46 laps here, and it looks like Timmy Hill might be making a ploy to try and gain some track position. I'm really curious, especially if Timmy Hill stays out here. Could Timmy Hill be the other person to throw his hat in the ring here? I would be really curious about that. If that does end up being the case. There's still a commercial break, which means we're basically pacing here. It'll probably be, we probably won't end up seeing the green flag coming out until about 10 laps to go in the stage. Again, I am curious as to what Timmy Hill's plan is here, as he has stayed out to this point. Alright, there we go. So, here we go. Alright, so yeah, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody is having a good time tonight. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. We've been doing these types of videos, all these types of streams all throughout the NASCAR season. And again, with the other 2 races this week, I will be streaming both of them. And then we'll be, the NASCAR as a whole will be on a hiatus for 2 weeks. Again, there will still be videos. I still got videos in the works planned. So, expect probably, I would say 2, maybe 3 videos during the off weeks. I'll try and space them out, but yeah, should be something good to go. And okay, Crafton and Stuart Friesen both penalized for speeding on pit road. Let's see, and here we go. Pace truck is off. We're going to be going back racing. And no, Timmy Hill did not opt to stay out the entire time. It's going to be Grant Enfinger and Ty Majeski on that front row. And we're going to be going green, green, green. Green flag's out. And oh my! Enfinger decided to go really late in the box. Usually that ends up causing a lot of chaos behind, but so far, the drivers seem to have made this one work. Eckes, though, looking to the bottom of 3 wide for the lead almost there. Eckes is going to settle into 3rd place here. Heim finally able to make some ground. Corey Heim making some ground on the top side of the racetrack. Heim up to 4th place here, challenging Eckes for the 3rd position. Both of these drivers making good time. 10 laps remain. Can Enfinger hold on for the stage win? Will Majeski be able to steal this one? Are Eckes and Heim just going to take each other out the way they're racing each other while racing for 3rd in a stage? And say, there we go. Majeski to the inside. He was 0.02 behind at the line last time by. And here we go. Let's see. Oh, uh-oh. Looks like Majeski may have a tire down. Some sort of issue there. Or, wait, Oh, yeah, restart violation because he jumped the start. I thought because he backed down before the end of the box when he realized that he jumped it, or more so when he realized that the 9 car wasn't going. I assumed that he was going to, I assumed that they were going to just let it go, but no, they opted to go and penalize him for it. Even though he backed off, gave the spot back, and now it's going to be a fight to stay on the lead lap. Meanwhile, Eckes and Enfinger are going to start to fight this one out for the top spot. Heim's fallen back just a bit here. Again, it seems like the short tracks, even though we are in Heim time, definitely does not seem like Corey Heim's come out to play quite yet here, as he is really struggling on the on anything other than the short run, being launched out of a cannon type runs. And again, we're only 5 laps into this run, but still something to be worried about here. Meanwhile, that battle for the lead, Eckes, Enfinger at the line, 0.01. 1/100th of a second apart, and here we go. Now Eckes trying to clear for the lead, and Christian Eckes cleared the lead, and now he can start to set sail. Enfinger is going to try and challenge him back for the lead, but I don't know if Enfinger has the same type of car that Eckes has. I know Enfinger obviously qualified better, showed more speed in qualifying, but I don't know about at this point between Grant Enfinger and Eckes, I don't really know if that means a ton. Alright, here we go. We got Ross Chastain working his way up into the top 10. Yeah, Sammy Smith's trying to grab some points inside the top 10. But yeah, right now this mid-pack battles between Chastain and Dean Thompson are starting to heat up, and certainly could be pretty interesting coming down the end of this stage here. 3 laps to go in the stage, and all the way to the top of the racetrack goes Nick Sanchez. Sanchez potentially going to be trying to go to the top of the racetrack to try and avoid potential crashes down low. Alright, let's see. Again, right now, Eckes has control of this race. I don't think there's any way Eckes doesn't win this first stage. The question is, what happens with the other 2 stages? The second stage and the third stage are still up in the air. And Eckes, while he's fast, he does not look as untouchable as we feared that he might. But here we go. Let's see the 2 car. Oh, and here we go. Sanchez Eckes off the final corner. Sanchez to the top of the line. Tries to make it work. Sanchez going to come home in the 7th position there. But Christian Eckes, your stage 1 winner here over Grant Enfinger. There we go. So we got our poll there done. The answer was other. Yeah, Christian Eckes from the top rope, able to come in, take out Grant Enfinger. Corey Heim 3rd. 4th, Tyler Ankrum. 5th will be Rajah Caruth. 6th place, Ross Chastain. 7th, Nick Sanchez. 8th, Dean Thompson. 9th, Sammy Smith. And rounding out the top 10 here tonight in stage number 1 was Daniel Dye. Lane Riggs ends up being the 11th driver and the first driver to miss out on points. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and double check on my drink, and I will be right back. drink, and we are ready to go. We're back for stage number 2 and ready to see this one. We've had 2 cautions, 2 leaders, 2 lead changes, and we are going into stage 2, which is another 60 laps. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here, getting ready for stage number 2. Alright, just going ahead and checking the good old Twitter, see if Twitter's got anything to tell us about this. Although usually Twitter's more active during Cup races versus the Truck and Xfinity. So yeah, there's the Majeski pass-through one. Let's see. Come on, anything about this race? Come on. Wow. Literally nobody posting about the race on Twitter at all. Wow. Let's see. Let's check the hashtag. Hashtag TSport 200 and latest. So Johnny Sauter, the free pass. Let's see. Okay, playoff bubble app. Playoff bubble in based off of just points earned. Daniel Dye now a 2-point advantage over Tanner Gray for the for that spot. I will say I'm kind of surprised to see Taylor Gray doing so well in points, especially when I thought Tanner was the more consistent driver. Stuart Friesen also close enough to make a race happen. Crafton, Purdy, and everybody else pretty much must-wins at this point, and if they don't pick up points in this second stage and don't do a mate and don't get top 10 in the race, they are pretty much guaranteed to be must-wins at Richmond. Let's see. Alright, something other than just results. Come on, somebody with an opinion on that. Maybe an opinion on that penalty. Anybody. People asking how fast they're going. Are they even going 60 miles an hour? Well, there's ThorSport talking about the penalty. I'm sure they will have a very nice and reasonably unbiased take when their driver is going and getting penalized. I'm sure. Yeah, penalty for the 98. Jump in the restart penalty. Yeah, so there's front stretch talking about how Majeski slightly jumped it, so he backed off into second. But yeah, let's see. Did that penalty end up resulting in him being a lap down still? I'm assuming so. No, he's lead lap. Okay. I thought for sure penalty like that would end up resulting in a lost lap and still being a lost lap here at the end of the stage, but I guess not. Go, got that off, got the glasses a little bit better cleaned off, and here we go. Lined up, pace truck is off, and we should be going green flags out. We're back to racing. 19 versus the 9 here, down into turn 1. Control car was Eckes, because Eckes won the stage there, so Eckes had control. There was no jump to restart there. Was watching because Infinger once again seemed to wait in the pocket. I don't know if that was, didn't know at first glance if that was because he was called the control car or not, but no, Eckes should have been the control car. So that was just him playing games, I guess. And I guess it worked because Infinger backed the lead here. And yeah, right now Eckes back to second. Everybody else trying to fight for third. You got Ankrum, you got Chastain, you got Heim. And Sanchez made his way all the way up to 6th place after kind of talking a little bit down about him earlier. And oh no, we got a slow car on the track. Spencer Boyd, it looks like, as he struggles but gets to the pits, no problem. And it looks like we're going to be staying green. Which is just the way we like it when we have a late night race. Johnny Sauter is back on lead lap, which definitely leads to the advantage of some of these guys. Alright, let's see. And right now we're just kind of waiting to see what ends up happening here, but and I say right now, Eckes is kind of just looks like he's gonna just ride, for a minute or two, probably at least, behind Infinger. While again, right now the biggest thing is just trying to wait for the lap count to dwindle a bit, because none of these drivers want to go out there and burn up all their stuff leading the race when it doesn't matter, versus being able to actually run for the lead when it matters at the end of the stages and at the end of the race, more importantly. Alright, let's see. Lane Riggs is up into the 8th position, so he is on track to earn some points here. Again, the only question is it going to be a too little too late type of situation here? Here we go. I gotta say, I do like that Long John Silver's truck. I will say, I kind of wish that they went with more of that blue where the white is, but ultimately, I don't think it's a bad car whatsoever. I actually quite like it. And even more power to it. Yeah, Heim is now under attack from the Long John Silver's truck of Lane Riggs. Riggs all the way up into the 7th position, and he's going to challenge for 6th over Heim there. And he does get it at the line. It is officially Lane Riggs' position here. And the 11 of Heim here has fallen to 7th. Alright, let's see again. Right now, they're working their way through this one. It's actually going pretty well here. Timmy Hill, number 56. Does that mean that Tyler hit, or that his brother Tyler is also in this one? Because, yeah, anytime I see the first 2 letters matching up. But, yeah, right now, though, Chastain up into the 3rd position. Chastain's doing pretty well here. I mean, obviously, he's a NASCAR Cup Series driver, but he's nowhere near the dominance of some of the top guys like Larson or Byron or Hamlin. But yeah, I mean, right now though, when it comes to the trucks on the track, they're doing an okay job and they're putting on a pretty good show. The problem is these guys obviously know it's a long race and don't want to use up all their stuff right at the beginning. Versus used to be where you'd have drivers either save all their equipment to the end of the race, or they would feel okay risking it because, well, you crash out here or on lap 200, you're getting the same amount of points roughly. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Again, Rajah Caruth kind of settling in about the 7th position there as he goes. And yeah, he's battling it out actually right now with Corey Heim. Heim versus Caruth battling for position. Number 7 there. It's a pretty good battle going on. Again, just kind of hoping for Eckes to maybe go and make another run at Infinger here. I'm gonna say if yeah, let's see if Eckes can get by Infinger again. I'm curious to see what ends up happening. Drivers have been driving pretty aggressively all the way through this one. Well, let's go ahead and check on the 2 IndyCar guys, see which one's doing better up to now as they go to a side-by-side commercial break. Marco Andretti 28th, Connor Daly 30th, so only separated by 2 spots, which is not bad after this many laps. Oh no! No! Flat tire on the 11! No! No! Oh no! Flat tire Corey Heim, and I guess that means that officially 9:30 is past time. And there we go. There's the caution flag we were kind of waiting on. Almost certain it's going to be coming out. No, there's a second car dragging. The 44, that is Connor Daly dragging out there. I believe that means that he lost a tire as well. Not sure what the cause of the second tire going down was. Obviously, we saw the 11 dueling it out pretty tough with everybody around him for position. No idea what Connor Daly did or what someone else did to Connor Daly to try and cause that tire to go down. Alright, let's see again. Right now we're just kind of waiting to see what ends up happening, but let's see. Eckes is the lead driver right now over Infinger. 3rd is Chastain. Alright, so yeah, we're about halfway through the 2nd stage and we're just chilling here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. I know I am. So yeah, it looks like, I don't know what Corey Heim's plan is here. Is he going to just try and drag the suspension all the way around till the pit road officially opens here? Yep, there we go. Pit road's open and coming down pit road officially here. Alright, let's see. Alright, they are halfway through the stage. I'm going to go ahead and run a quick ad, and I'm going to go ahead and use the bathroom, and I will be right back, guys. Go. And we are here exactly halfway through the second stage, coming up on halfway in the race, which means if a meteor were to strike the track, the race would be called official, although I'm sure meteor strike is not imminent, just saying as an idea as to what would potentially get the race canceled. I mean, I guess a ton of rain would as well. But where it's a track with lights, we aren't nearly on as much of a time pressure as would normally be worried about. Let's see. Indianapolis weather looks clear all night and looks good tomorrow and Sunday. A little bit of rain looks like in the forecast for Monday. But, yeah, I will not be too worried about the weather, though, for the NASCAR weekend, which is good news to finally hear. For about the first time all season, the weather might finally be on NASCAR's side. Alright, let's see. So they're showing, they're showing earlier in the race where Eckes and Heim were getting into it. And that's about when I said that, hey, are these two just going to end up wrecking each other? Looks like I was right to question that as the point of getting mad, because it looks like potentially Heim is upset about the situation. Obviously, Eckes managed to win a stage after that. He's currently leading stage 2. He has nothing to really complain about. And there we go. We're all set up and ready for this one. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Lights off on the pace truck. Pace truck is off, leaving the field in the hands of the 19 and the 9. Eckes and Enfinger on the front row. Chastain and Ankrum, row 2. Field in the hands. Let's see. As we get ready to go back to racing. And into the restart zone. Green, green, green. Green flags out. And that 19 absolutely on fire on the restart. Okay, man, big move there for the 38, moving all the way up to the top of the line. And I would not be shocked to see a potential caution fallout from all that. But, man, he managed to make it from the bottom of the track to the top of the track without any real issue. So, I mean, major credit to him, I guess. If you can pull that kind of move off, you can go pretty much anywhere. Ross Chastain to second. Infinger under fire here. Alright, let's see again. Right now we're just working on this one. Just kind of waiting to see what happens. But here we go. Lane Riggs all the way to the bottom of the racetrack this time. Lane Riggs is going everywhere and anywhere he thinks he can find a little bit of an advantage. And here we go. Riggs up to fourth. And here we go. Let's see. What are the odds that Eckes is at this point not going to be getting help from Chastain? Outside the fact that Chastain doesn't help anyone but himself. Which, granted, that could very well be enough on its own. Dean Thompson battling it out. Looks like Majeski lost a couple spots there. Not sure if that was restart related or something else related. But here we go. Dean Thompson working his way through the field. So is Nick Sanchez and the 98 of Majeski. Majeski making it 3 wide on the bottom there. Sanchez in the middle and Infinger all the way up top. Let's see. So 22 laps left in this stage. Ross Chastain hanging out right there on the back bumper. Ankrum not too far behind there. And then Riggs Thompson a bit further back. Sammy Smith fighting with Infinger right now for that final spot inside the top 10. But yeah, Grant Infinger continuing his super slide. Heim on an absolute tear. Corey Heim's back up into the top. Are you kidding me? How on earth has Corey Heim managed to make his way up 16 spots since the restart, including up into the top 10? Since he was tire down, scraping the bottom of the racetrack the entire that entire spot there. Alright, there we go. Feeling like we're getting ready to go to a commercial break, which means we get a chance to just kind of hang out, chat with you guys, read some comments. And yeah, we're just chilling out here. 18 laps to go in stage number 2. Alright, let's see. Lane Riggs fighting his way up into the top 5 here. Fighting his way to 4th. And I say, Infinger trying to take that from him. Alright, let's see. So yeah, right now we're just kind of waiting to see what the what ends up happening during the commercial break. We do have a side-by-side commercial at least, not a full screen one, so we can still monitor the racing action. So here we go, Majeski versus the 98 and 38. These two seem to be pretty well stuck together, just 2 peas in a pod style here. Alright, let's see. Again, Majeski versus Riggs here is definitely probably the most interesting matchup we'll see the remainder of this stage. And let's see if somebody's found something better. Alright, let's see. Again, the 98 trying to keep that corner there, but trying to just hold up as that 38's trying to get ahead and trying to stay ahead as best he can. Dean Thompson making his way through. Alright, let's see. Coming back from commercial break, and nothing's changed with the leader, which is all good and dandy. Let's see again. Right now we're just working our way through this. Oh man, the lights are really bright. I might try reducing the light here for the third and final stage. Let me go ahead and just make sure the lights stay bright enough for you guys. There we go. Not off, but a bit more direct. That way we can maybe work with some atmosphere and a little bit softer on the eyes as we're late into the evening. And there we go. Again, still definitely light, but not nearly enough to make it as blindingly bright. Alright, so we got just under 10 laps to go here. Lane Riggs now battling it out with Corey Heim, who's made his way all the way up into he's gonna make himself up into the 5th position here before too long. And man, Corey Heim is absolutely running away with this one. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Again, 7 laps to go here. And it looks like a 56 is dropping a lot of spots. Not sure if he's got some kind of issue going on there, but I'm gonna say he's already a lap down, if I'm not mistaken, and he's dropping like a rock. Let's see. Alright, so yeah, that was the first time Stuart Friesen actually went a lap down. So he's potentially going to be a free pass here. 3 wide for second as we are 6 laps away from the end of this race. And here we go. Let's see. Again, they're dueling this one out. This one's doing a pretty good job of surviving. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Again, right now they're working their way through this one. 4 laps to go. And, yeah, I'd be shocked if Corey Heim isn't working his way through this field right now. But, where's the 19? Because the 19 definitely belongs at the top of this list. Let's see again. 3 laps around, 3 laps away from the end of this race. And there we go. We are just chilling out. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. It is late. A little tired, but we are going to make this one happen. Eckes has no contest or challenge from behind. Majeski versus Heim, I guess, would be the closest thing we have to a battle for position here in the closing stages. Alright, let's see. Alright, 2 laps to go, and right now, again, Eckes holding on to a pretty easy lead. Here we go. Looks like Eckes is going to be fighting to try and keep Marco Andretti another lap down. And there we go. Stage is over. Christian Eckes wins it. Heim gets the second. Heim steals it from Majeski last second. Kraft in 4th. 5th, Ankrum. 6th, Ross Chastain. 7th, Lane Riggs. Alright, let's see again. Right now we're just working our way through this one. It is really late, but alright. Got that under control. Well, we've got a proper caution here for the stage end, so I will be right back. Go. That all settled, and we are here and ready for the final run to the checker. Oh, man. So, we got ourselves an 80 lap run to the checkers. Should be a nice short one. We've been going for only about an hour right now, which is actually pretty surprising. Alright, there we go. Coming down, yeah, everybody coming down 4 tires. This is going to be the restart to make all the difference here. Let's see. There we go, Corey Heim leaving pit road. It looks like Eckes is still going to win the race off pit road, though. Looks like Infinger's going to come off mid-pack here. So, Eckes versus Heim. This is the thing I highlighted at the start. I thought these two would be your 1-2 battle for the win at the end. Thompson up 4 spots. Sanchez up 5. Carruth up 3. Ankrum down 2. Crafton lost 4 spots. Sammy Smith gained 3, and Lane Riggs lost 3 spots on that one. So, a lot of ups and downs in that one. And yeah, we are just chilling out, getting ready for the remainder of the race. And they go to commercial break, which means we get to go ahead and head back on Twitter and see what we got. Alright, let's refresh the hashtag and see if there's any conversation going on about this race legitimately, other than just everybody reporting the same stuff. Andretti free pass back in the lead lap. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, not seeing much there. Richmond, August 10th is the next race. Let's see, is there a NASCAR race on my birthday this year? Because looking at the map, no. If there was, it would be a truck race in Michigan, potentially, on a Friday. On Friday. So, Saturday and Sunday for the Michigan race will be me celebrating my birthday. There we go. Alright, well, here we go. Definitely getting late. Alright, let's see. Alright, there we go. Alright, they got highlights going on from years past, and we are getting ready for IRP, Indianapolis Raceway Park. Final stage begins now. Alright, so yeah, right now Tanner Gray trending way above Daniel Dye for the final playoff spot, as at least in terms of compared to where they had been, where they'd been separated by about a point or two all afternoon. Daniel Dye had been running well, and all of a sudden, looks like Taylor and Tanner might both make the playoffs here as pace car pulls off, and we should be looking for a green flag here soon. Green, green, green. Green flag will be out. But again, this front row is literally the battle is the front row for the race. Heim versus Eckes. Heim time. We've got Eckes versus Heim. Eckes is going to win this battle through 1 and 2. Curious to see what Heim does to try and counterattack here in 3 and 4. Right now, there we go. Eckes running up the track. Heim going to try and stick that bottom, see if he can make it work. Problem is he's got Majeski all over his rear bumper trying to take that spot from him. And you do not want to see... Right now, you do not want to see Heim and Majeski get to battling. I think the only person who wants to see that would be Christian Eckes, because those two battling would drag everybody else back to them and allow the 19 to slip away into the... allowing that 19 to slip away into the never seen again part of the racetrack. But there we go. The 98 slides up in front of Corey Heim. Gonna put that big slider block, and there we go. Majeski now holds second spot, and Heim's gonna have to try and find a way around him. Alright, there we go. So, battle for fourth here. You got Ankrum, Impinger, and Sanchez all fighting it out for this fourth spot right behind Corey Heim. And honestly, if it weren't for the fact that there were three of these guys going for it, yep, there we go. I was going to say, if it weren't for all three of them kind of battling with each other, I was about to say, I wouldn't be shocked to see one of these guys try and go after Heim. And there we go, Ankrum going to try and take Heim 2 wide here and see if maybe one of the other two wants to try and make it 3, maybe even dare I say 4 wide. But yeah, this track, it's definitely wide enough in parts of the track, but there we go, Ankrum gets by Corey Heim, and that's going to just add to the amount of cars Heim's going to have to pass later in the day. Already 14 laps down in this first stage. Just continuing to absolutely chew through laps. And, yeah, Corey Heim's really just struggled to try and get and maintain track position basically all day. But he's gotten lucky enough to end up back inside the top 5 in both Stage 1 and Stage 2. Let's see. And right now we're just chilling out. Yeah. Again, about 60 laps ago, we're all just kind of relaxing here. Yeah, say Sanchez is able to get by Corey Heim. It seems like Heim's just having a really bad restart here. I don't know if he damaged something with the truck when he had that tire go down. I didn't think so because of the way he just drove through the field on the restart, but that also could just be the difference of tires. And, yeah, right now, though, Heim not looking like the best person for the car there. What do we got? So Daniel Dye is all the way back in 26th place. That is a lot of spots to lose. Alright, let's see. Right now we got Layden Riggs battling it out with Nick Sanchez. That could start to get pretty aggressive here. Two blue and yellow trucks trying to battle it out for the same bit of real estate. Looks like Sanchez is trying to cross him over there. Sanchez not able to do it. Now we got the battle for the lead heating up. Majeski's closed in on Eckes. 58 laps to go, and they're just chugging away these laps, lap by lap here. But yeah, right now though, Christian Eck is absolutely fighting for his life here to hang on ahead of Majeski. Majeski hanging on as best he can, but ultimately it's just kind of hard to hang on there. When you're the second place driver, it makes it very hard to make something happen. Alright. Here we go, all the way to the bottom. Eck is going to try and get slidden up like that. No, here we go. Alright, there we go. That's it. Right now, Eckes and Majeski are putting on a pretty good battle here. Dueling it out. Majeski now takes the lead. Alright, see, again, right now we're just working our way through this one, but there's just not much to talk about because all the drivers, I mean, we're just hanging out, hoping that these drivers can make something happen here. 54 laps to go. Alright, let's see. Go. Sammy Smith makes the pass on Corey Heim. Heim really struggling here in the later night here. Let's see, right now we're just waiting here. We are about to hit the 3/4 mark on the race, which means we are going to be nearly all the way home. And, yep, here we go. But yeah, I am extremely tired. And I've got work in a few hours, which is going to make this even tougher. I'm not going to be able to stay around long after we get done with the stream. And in fact, if this race was going to go longer, I would end up actually having to leave mid-race, which luckily I'm not going to have to here, but there we go. Ankrum versus Infinger here. These two dueling it out for the lead, about 3 seconds behind the leaders. Problem is, the more these guys argue with me, the more time they're wasting. Rather than trying to go and make the pass and try and run down Eckes or Majeski themselves, they're going to fight it out by dragging each other back more and more and allow potentially 5th place to get a shot at it. Alright, let's see. Again, right now we're just working our way through this one. No caution yet, which is obviously caution is the easy kind of reset button to reset the run. Alright, let's see again. Right now we're just waiting on this one. Oh, man. Definitely wish I had just a little bit more water here. Alright, so lean rigs all the way up into the top 5. There we go. I will say, this strategy is not working out too poorly. 46 laps to go. We're just working our way through this one. And again, right now, there we go. Impinger gets clear of Ankrum, 4 seconds behind the leader, though, which is a enormous amount of time between the so there we go. Oh, wow, someone got really loose there. Not sure who that was on the top side. Alright, so yeah, we are just chilling out here. The Bucket Boss car, the number 15, is off the pace. That is that's Tanner Gray in the 15. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Not really much to really go off of here. There's just everybody's kind of just minding their P's and Q's here with 41 laps to go in the race. Which is weird because 41 laps left in stage 2 and everybody was kind of going at it. Maybe because they knew it was a stage end, but I don't know, it just felt different. I will say there's a lot of overlap between the earlier race at this track and the later race at this track. I will say though, for Cup and Xfinity guys, this is not a very valuable truck race to run because it doesn't give you any info for your Cup race at the big Indianapolis Oval in a week. Or, I say a week, in a couple of days. Alright, here we go. 39 laps to go. Now it's going to be 38 as they cross the line. Majeski is doing pretty well here. Let's see. Sanchez and Rajah Caruth dueling it out here for the 6th position. Yeah, and a lot of these fights just end up between like 2 people. Let's see again. Right now we're just kind of chilling. It has been a long night. 35 laps to go. Majeski leading this thing. Could Majeski end up winning this thing? I think it's a real possibility, especially if we don't get another caution flag. Majeski could end up just rolling on to win this thing. Lane Riggs currently in the 5th position. Not really anybody ahead or behind him. The battle for 7th is heating up between Rajah Caruth and Sammy Smith now for the 6th position as those two are starting to battle it out. let's see. Again, right now we're just kind of waiting this one out. Corey Heim drops outside the top 10 entirely, battling it back and forth with Ross Chastain for the 10th and final spot. But 32 laps to go, and we are closing in on the end of this thing very quickly here. I'm going to go ahead and skip around to ads for you guys, and we are going to go ahead and just chill this one out. Alright, let's see. Again, right now we're just chilling this one out. Red Sox Dodgers tomorrow night. That should be a pretty good game to watch. Alright, there we go. We are just chilling out. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. And we're just kind of waiting for the end of this race here. It's coming up pretty quick. Let's see. So the last lap, the fastest guys around the track, Infinger, Fenhouse was top 5. Chastain, Purdy was part of that top 5 last lap for who were the top 5 fastest. Looks like Dean Thompson also part of that group that's turning some of the fastest laps. 25 laps to go. Not really much to really write home about, which is a little unfortunate because... yeah, we kind of wish that there was a little bit more of a battle for position, but seems like we can pretty much write this one pretty close to home here. I mean, obviously 24 laps still to go is not nothing, but Majeski's got a 2.5, 3 second lead, so until we hear a caution, it's pretty safe to just book Majeski a spot in victory lane. Let's see. So, the battle here. Daniel Dye trying to earn points. Tanner Gray trying his best not to lose them. Because Gray knows just how valuable every point is compared to the rest of the field. But here we go. Let's see. I have no idea if I'm even making sense at this point, but here we go. 22 to go. 22 laps remain. They're chugging through them pretty quick. Laps are around, so we got about 11 minutes remaining. And let's see, what do we got? 20 laps to go officially, and again, it's almost a 2.5, 3-second lead between first and second. Then another half second back to Infinger. Alright, let's see again. Right now, we're just kind of waiting this one out. It's been a long night. 19 to go. Majeski working his way through lap traffic. Majeski's even starting to lap fresh cars that have never ended up lap down here. Which is definitely a little different as well. But I mean, right now I'm just absolutely tired and shot. But we got 15 laps to go. Again, Majeski just absolutely cruise control here through the field, and as long as nobody gives him trouble, he should be good to go. There we go. Oh, wow. That 71 got really loose there. Rajah Caruth getting loose. And I say, their trucks are fast. They just don't seem to have a whole lot of control over them right now. Alright, let's see again. Right now we're working through this. 12 laps to go. And, I mean, there's just not even really that many enticing battles anywhere in the field, which is the really disappointing part about this, because short tracks are supposed to be action everywhere, but there just isn't. I mean, it's just everybody on their own going through lap traffic. Alright, let's see. Andretti almost 2 laps behind the race. Let's just hope that our other guy, Connor Daly, has not ended up that unfortunate. Nope, looks like Connor Daly has ended up less fortunate than Marco. But still only 14 cars on lead lap, and oh no. No, 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 no. Oh man, I'm so tired. Alright, 9 laps to go, and again, now officially a 3-second gap, but there we go. That's the battle I was waiting for. Majeski is going to be coming up to try and lap Corey Heim. Corey Heim and his Heim time, they both fell off quite a bit as we got deeper and deeper into this race. But now Corey Heim's going to have to try and hold off the leader to try and defend his innocence. Man, I am just... Oh, man, I am so tired here. But yeah, there we go. Corey Heim, no real defense there, just gets passed pretty quickly there. And now 7 laps to go, and Majeski is on the verge of locking himself in. Was he one of the drivers on the outside looking in? Alright, let's see. I assume that Majeski was probably on the inside looking out of the playoffs. Let's see. Yeah, Majeski 125 above coming into tonight. So this win doesn't really mean much outside of the fact that nothing at Richmond can worry him. Although a solid night tonight would have guaranteed him that too. And it gets him obviously the bonus points for winning. A better shot at the potentially something after, but there we go. Oh man, I am literally dead right now as we got 5 laps to go. Majeski just has to hold on for 5 more laps. Then it's so weird because they're taking a full 2 weeks off before the final race of the regular season. Like, if you have your regular season finale here and then you go to your playoffs next week, that would make more sense. But, yep, so we go to, let's say, the Truck Series heads to Richmond next week, or next time they are on the track, they are heading to Richmond, which is next Thursday, or not next Thursday, it's 2 Fridays from now. Actually, is Richmond a Friday or a Saturday race for the trucks? I assume it's a Saturday, okay. Alright, here we go. Again, just trying to... Alright, here we go. 2 laps to go. Over a 3-second lead. No real competition or contest here for Majeski. Majeski should be able to hang on for this one as they're coming down the end of this race. And yep, here we go. Final lap. Majeski. Again, no competition, no contest. 4 seconds back to Eckes. Off the final corner. It's going to be Ty Majeski getting the win, locking himself into the playoffs, getting those 5 bonus points. Getting himself that win so that the season definitely has that at least one real high mark. Eckes with 2 stage wins. I think he can feel very comfortable going into this one. He should be the regular season champion, almost certainly, going into next week. Let me see if that would be a confirmed fact. Yep, Eckes has locked up the regular season championship here tonight. Yeah, Infinger 3rd, 4th Ankrum, 5th Lane Riggs. Sammy Smith comes home in the number 7 car in the 6th position. Luke Fenhouse in the 7th position. 8th Rajah Caruth is... your pole sitter, Rashad Caruth, comes home in the 8th position. Dean Thompson, 9th. And Nick Sanchez rounds out your top 10. So, apologies again for low effort and low quality on the stream. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it anyway. Again, we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully for a more energizing race on the big oval. We head across town to the big Indianapolis Motor Speedway oval. If you guys just came for the race reaction, that is going to be the end. But as per usual, we are going to go through the full finishing order. And yeah, so thank you guys for those of you guys who only stay for those parts. But here we go. So Again, Ty Majeski, your race winner. First win of the season. He was already virtually locked into the playoffs, but the win eliminates all math. Christian Eckes in second. Becomes your regular season champion with this. And there goes the Christian Eckes burn. Or not the Christian Eckes. The Ty Majeski burn out there. Grant Enfinger comes home third. Fourth, Ankrum. Fifth, Lane Riggs, as we talked about. Sammy Smith, Fenhouse, Rajah Caruth, the pole sitter, 8. I will say I'm pretty impressed with Dean Thompson, 9th. And Nick Sanchez rounding out your top 10. Now we're getting into the ones we didn't already talk about. Ross Chastain in the 45 comes home 11th as he heads cross town to go run at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for that one. William Sawalich comes home in the 12th position after coming home top 3 in the ARCA race earlier this evening. Chase Purdy in the 77 comes home 13th, and the last car on the lead lap, Bailey Curry, 14th place and 1 lap behind the race. Jack Wood rounds out your top 15 finishers here tonight, also 1 lap behind the race. Taylor Gray, 16th place, 1 lap down. Corey Heim and Heim Time ends up losing out on the shot at the regular season championship, coming home 17th here today after a really rough night, 1 lap behind the race. Ty Dillon comes home 1 lap behind the race. He is in the Cup race on Sunday, driving the number 33 Cup car, so curious to see how he does in his first Cup race in a while. Oh, here we go. Corey Heim and Eckes are talking. Let's see, what's this going to end up happening? They're getting to talking, not seeing anything physical. Are they just going to talk? They're actually going to stay civilized? Let's see. Heim seems to be slightly more agitated, but they both seem kind of like they're more in a joking mood. But again, each time Heim's having to explain this situation to him, he's saying it with slightly more agitation, but no, they just walk away. Good on them. Kept it civilized. Speaking of keeping it civilized, coming home 19th is Timmy Hill, the Intimidator. And running out the top 20, Tanner Gray, as Tanner Gray attempts to try and make the playoffs. Ben Rhodes in 21st place, also 1 lap behind the race. Matt Mills, who I believe was in the ARCA race earlier this evening, 1 lap behind the race in 22nd. Johnny Sauter, a former Truck Series veteran, comes home in the 23rd spot. Matt Kraft in 24th, and Marco Andretti comes home in the 25th position and as the best IndyCar driver. So 4th win for Majeski there, first of the season. Okay, nice stats there. Brett Holmes comes home in the 26th position, and he is the last car, only 1 lap down. Daniel Dye comes home 2 laps down in 27th. 28th for Lawless Allen, 2 laps off the pace. Connor Daly comes home 3 laps behind the pace in the number 44 car in 29th place. Jake Garcia also 3 laps down in the number 13 car, coming home 30th. Tyler Tomasi coming home 31st. Thad Moffitt 32nd. He comes home 5 laps off the pace in the newly rebranded Young's Motorsport number 46 truck. Stuart Friesen coming home 6 laps off the pace in 33rd spot. Spencer Boyd comes home 36 laps shy of the checkered flag in 34th. And 35th place goes to Mason Massey, 156 laps shy of the checkered flag. But there we go. And we're going to hop off the stream. Thank you guys for everybody that stayed around for that full thing. Almost got a fight, but again, we'll head across town for the Indianapolis Oval tomorrow, and I will see you guys over on that stream for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race, 3:30 Eastern Time. So until next time, hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys next video, live stream, or whatever you decide to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody, and goodbye!